Hi, I'm Christina, the Red Hat JBoss Technology Evangelist. I'm going to talk about the Home Loan Quick Start demo. Before I go into the demo, I'm going to talk about JBoss Fuse. So we have a base container that's based on Apache Carafe. Other than the container, we also have the Fuse Fabric. Fuse Fabric is for managing like multiple containers on the more complex environment. So it makes it easier to manage all the different containers. As for the developers, we have JBoss Developer Studios that allows you to develop all the programs and the services routing on core enterprise ESB. So within the ESB, we have a reliable messaging active AMQ, which is based on Apache Active AMQ, allow you to have a subscribe or a subscribe publish or a point-to-point message transfer. And on top of that, we have Apache Camel. Apache Camel is the integration framework that allows you to publish all your services and routing, do all the routings of different services with your ESB. And we also have Apache CXF, which is for web services and different RESTful web services. And on the other hand, we also have JBoss Operation Network. JBoss Operation Network allows you to monitor all the JBoss infrastructures. With this demo, we are going to focus on Apache Camel. So within Apache Camel, we can set up different routes that connects or publish different services to each endpoint. So within each endpoint, we can configure different components on it, such as JMS, HTTP, or files, or any other 140 plus supported components. And within the routes itself, we can configure routing based on the content of the message or any other headers of the informations, or we can transfer the message itself into different types, or do the data enrichments or anything else on it. We'll talk about it later. So let's see what's going on with this demo. So we are going to have a home loan demo, which gets information from other home loan applications. So they are applications for users to fill up. There are two different XMLs that we're gonna receive from the home loan application. One is customer, the other one is house. So we're gonna receive two different XMLs from applications. Since we're gonna receive the two different XML, we have to process it differently. So with the customer XML, what we do is we're gonna receive it and put it in a queue for later use. And for the housing XML, we have to do a little appraisal to quote the value of the house before we're gonna send it into the queue for further process. So this part of the demo is gonna show you how to get information from the file, how to determine different kinds of file, and how to do a little calculations and how to put it within the queue. Before we begin, please make sure you have installed the JBoss Developer Studio and also install the plugins for developing JBoss Fuse. To install the plugin, go to the Software and Updates and select JBoss Integration and Software Development. And click Next, Accept. This will take a couple of minutes for you to install the whole plugins. After the installation, it will automatically restart and go into your selected workspace and open up the JBoss Developer Studio. Okay, now choose Fuse integration for Fuse installation and check the new Fuse project. Click on the blueprint artifact and add the group name as org.blockdemo, and I want to name this home loan. And after that, click finish. This will automatically create a Fuse project. Within this Fuse project only has some examples on it, and we don't want this. We want to create our own, so just select and delete. And also we don't need the beans as well, so delete them as well. And also we don't want the bean to be defined up on the XML file, so just delete it. So this will take us to a blank blueprint Fuse project that we can now start to develop our home loan demo. So for the home loan demo, first we have to create an endpoint, and for this endpoint we are going to receive it from a file that's on my desktop. So the URL for the for this data file directory is here. It's under user Christina, so and desktop. As for that, we you don't have to look up on the internet because we do have documentations already. That's everything for file. It should be under here, so you don't have to look elsewhere. And put in the link of the file, the file directory. And this will save you a lot of time for coding the actual read file. It will automatically read the file from the directory. So after reading the XML, we want to because we're receiving two different XML, so we are going to do a content based routing based on different content of the files that we've received. So within routing, we have to establish different statements. So when and otherwise. So within the when components, we have to express, we have to put on the expression. Now let's look at the XML file. The XML file contains information and different text for different files. So for the first one, we want to check if it's for customer. So for customer, we have a customer elements with the info type, and with the info type elements, well, the info type attributes, we have a long customer. So for that, we have defined if it's a customer, if the file starts with the customer info, it's going this way, and the otherwise is the house info file, it's going the other way. So to make sure that it's working, add a log. We want to write a log and print out what's going to be within after the we filter it with the first when route. And log after the otherwise routing. Make sure that it's the file is from house. Save. And before we start testing, we want to make sure that all the dependencies are already done. And there are a few more dependencies we need to add for this example. One of them is the JXB that we're gonna use for our transformation later, and the ActiveMQ library that we are going to use later as well. And for the name of the ID of the route, we want to change it to demo route. Oops, I forgot, it should be semicolon, not dot. So after that, we run it with first of all, we want to install it, and we want to avoid testing it because we didn't write any test code. So run Maven without test, and it should run successfully. So now we can start running the camel. So do a Maven camel run. So it should automatically run the file. So now the actual route is up and running, and it's waiting for the files to receive in the folder. So now see, we've got 2 folders named ready. So we're gonna put another 2 in. It's getting another folder in. So we know that our routing is not wrong. So let's continue and keep going with our route. Okay, now we want to convert the informations from the XML into a POJO. To do that, we want to use JXB. To have the JXB done, we want to do it with automatically generating code. So what we do is we put our schema into the project folder and execute the XJC command. So we go into our workspace, and we see that the schema we have already copied into the directory. And what we do here is we put the XJC and provide the directories that we're going to generate the code in, and put down the package we want to generate it in. So it's going to be org.blockdemo.homeloan.model, because we want to put all the POJOs into the model projects, and give the 2 schemas names in it, and it's gonna generate the POJO files for us. So you'll find the POJOs are already generated for you here, and the house info as well. Also the object factories for it to look up for the JXB. So now we have done the POJO for that, and now we can start to the actual transformation. To do the transformation, go to transformation and marshal. Our marshal is going to marshal all the file for you. So choose JXB, and the content path is the package of where you place your POJO in. So put org.blockdemo.homeloan and model, and we want to make sure that it turns into the right class. So we want to specify the customer info for the customer route, and connect it to the customer route. And we want to do the same thing for the house as well. And before we go to do the house, we put a log. So make sure that we have actually transformed successfully transformed the XML into the POJO. So the POJO is going to be the body of your camel message with its attributes, national ID. I want to print out and see if it's getting the right thing, and we want to do the same thing for the house as well. So a marshal, and JSP as well. So it's basically the same as customer info, except the class. Oops. We want to make sure it's printed the right way. Okay, so let's run. And it's the same camel run. sure it's running correctly. Put the 2 XML file into the folder. It should print out the informations. Print another 2. So it should print out the same. Put in 2 different customer folder, customer file. Should print out 2 customers. So it's right. Now we want to do the actual calculations for the house appraisal. To do that, we want to create a POJO to do the actual calculations. We don't want to make things too complicated. So create appraisal processor. The appraisal processor is simply a POJO. It's nothing, just a class. Within the class, we want to make sure that it's getting in a house info object, which we've just converted. And we want to appraise the house value, put it back into the house info, and just let it continue run into the messaging queue for further process. And within the POJO, we wanna write some code, the business logic for doing the appraisal. This is all made up, so don't worry about it. So I'm getting a land size and make sure it's $1,000 per square meter, and for each bathroom and bedroom, I'm gonna give it extra value for it. $2,500 for each bedroom, and we are going to set the appraisal value back to the information. So after marshalling, we want to pass the information into our appraiser, which is a bin. So by dragging the bin from the right hand side, and with the bin type appraiser processor that we've just created, and the method name, and this should automatically connect the processor with our route. And just to make sure that we're getting the right information, print out the house info and run. Make sure you save before you run. Okay, so we put in 2 different house information, and see, we have 2 different values. See, originally it's all 0, and now it has values. Okay, so after we have done all the calculations, now we want to put a different endpoint, and now this time we're going to put it into AMQ, which is the JBoss Reliable Messaging Broker. So we're going to write ActiveMQ, and we're going to put it into a queue instead of a topic because we don't want too many people to receive it. And we're going to kill a queue named customer for our customer route. As for the house route, it's going into a queue as well, but this time we're going to call it the house queue. So with it's ActiveMQ with a queue name house. Save. And because we have not specified where the ActiveMQ is, so now we're gonna tell where to look up for the ActiveMQ, and this time we're gonna put it into the local instance instead of going to an actual broker, because we're just testing it right now. We're not going to put it in a production or a container yet. So here we just use VM, and now we test. After starting up the camel, put in two different information. So now it's gonna put the information in a queue. And go to the right hand side. You should see the queue that's within the Java process, and you should see the in queue count is adding while we put more data in. So go to house. Oops. Go to broker. House. Now it's getting more information. And that's it for our demo this time.